Hello everybody, my name is George Ibanez. I am with Medigap Agency Group, and today we're going to be discussing the 2025 Medicare Part D changes. And these are some significant changes that they could affect you, and they will affect your pocketbook. So let's first address all the changes, and then I will take every single one of those changes and I will deep dive into it so you understand how everything is going to work out. The number one change is, which is a very good change and is very good news, that's the removal of the coverage gap or donut hole that stings everyone that has real price medications that they have to take on a yearly basis. So the donut hole or coverage gap is going to be gone for 2025. The second change is the maximum out-of-pocket expense for prescription drug plans is going to be only $2,000 instead of a lot more like it was in the past. It could have been $5,000, $8,000. It's a great reduction on the maximum out-of-pocket expense. So again, the maximum out-of-pocket expense is only going to be $2,000 for 2025. And finally, there's going to be what is called a prescription payment plan option. And what that is going to do for you is going to allow you, if you have some prescriptions that are real hard to pay at the beginning of the year because you have an annual deductible, what that is going to do for you is going to allow you to finance that deductible together with a prescription over a 12-month period. In that way, it's not so hard at the beginning, and it makes it nice and even for the rest of the year. So here are the three stages of the Medicare Part D plans. And your first stage is going to be your annual deductible. And for 2025, your annual deductible changes and it goes up to $590, which is a $45 increase from the 2024 Part D deductible. So again, the new deductible for 2025 is going to be $590. The second stage is going to be the initial coverage. During that initial coverage, that is when you have your drug copays to pay for all your prescription drugs that you're getting. Now, the donut hole has been eliminated, which would have been the stage between the initial coverage and the catastrophic coverage. So the donut hole is gone. You don't have to worry about those expenses. And then the next stage will be the catastrophic coverage, as it's been every year. So now, instead of having 4 different stages, you have 3. And just to summarize again, your stages will be your annual deductible stage, which is when you pay things out of your pocket. You have your initial coverage, which is when you make your copays on your medications. And then you're going to the catastrophic coverage, which is when between the insurance company and Medicare, when they pay the majority of the cost of your medications and you pay a very small amount out of pocket. Now, let me just bring something up very briefly. Not everything that shines is gold, and not everything is going to be peaches and cream, because that reduction on the maximum out-of-pocket expense, which is down to only $2,000 from that crazy $5,000, $8,000 maximum, and also the elimination of the donut hole, is going to create other problems. And the problem is going to be that the insurance company will have higher expenses and higher out-of-pocket expenses for themselves rather than for you. And you would say, okay, who cares if they have a higher expense? Well, keep in mind that insurance companies are for-profit organizations. So if they're going to give you, or if they're going to be forced to give you lower costs on eliminating the donut hole and making the maximum out-of-pocket expense $2,000, what you're probably going to see is you're going to see some increases on the premiums for the Medicare Part D plans, as well as the increase on the deductible, which is the obvious. So Not everything is going to work great. I think this is probably an improvement for what it has been in the past, but there's still going to be some increases that you're going to see and you're going to feel when these insurance companies have to pay much greater amounts, and somehow, one way or another, you're going to have to end paying for that sooner or later. Now, here's a new feature for 2025, and that is the Medicare Prescription Drug Plan financing option, which simply means that if you have large expenses up front, you would be able to finance those large expenses or break it into equal payments throughout the year that the insurance company will facilitate for you. So in one word, if you go to the pharmacy at the beginning of the year and you get an expensive prescription, now rather than you having to pay the entire prescription up front because of the deductible, they will be able to take that high cost and break it over the year. In that way, it won't be as much. And that is really that and the elimination of the donut hole is one of the biggest things that you're going to see in the 2025 drug plan, aside, of course, from the maximum out-of-pocket expense going down to $2,000. But those are the biggest difference that you're going to see for 2025. If you have any questions about your Medicare drug plan or your Medicare Advantage plan or your Medicare Supplement plan, give us a call. We will take a deep dive and take a look at all your needs. We will take a look at all your prescription drugs that you need. We will take a look at the cost of your Medicare supplement or your Medicare drug plans, and we will advise you based on your particular needs. We're just not going to make a blanket statement, take this or take that. We will analyze all your needs that you have. We will determine what's the best fit for you, whichever plan, whichever drug plan fits best for you, or whatever Medicare supplement works best for you, or maybe an Advantage plan, whatever you need. All our agents are experienced and appointed with all the different carriers. And everyone that works in the agency has worked in the insurance business for at least 15 years. So all our agents are extremely experienced in the Medicare business. So you can call us and you can speak with a licensed agent that will be specializing on all your Medicare needs. So if you like the contents of the video and you like what we have to say, give me thumbs up and subscribe, and that will help us tremendously promoting our YouTube channel. Till then, have a great day.